Happy full moon incoming. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm really excited to do this full moon reading for you all, as it's been a while since we've done a pick a card for the moon or with the moon. So we are going to, or this reading is going to be focused on what affirmation you're needing, or what the full moon is calling you to affirm over yourself at this time. But we might just do a short collective message. So this first message that we're going to pull right now is for everyone, just to see what the energies are for this full moon. So yeah, if you resonate with this reading, please like and share with a friend, share on your socials. That's a great way of exchange for us. And if you feel like going a little further and you want to gift us a tip, all that info is in the description. Our PayPal is in the description. Or if you would like our bank account, just feel free to reach out to me and I'll send that to you. And if you want a personal reading, our website is also in the description. Okay, what are the general collective energies that this full moon is ushering in for us? Now, for somebody for. Okay, that was quick. We have Gemini, the Lovers, the Hermit, Virgo, Five of Cups, and Four of Cups. With the Star at the base of the deck, so Aquarius. I feel like this full moon, for some of us, this might not resonate for everyone if you're not going through this situation, but there's a lot of healing that is opening up for some of us. Especially for some, it has to do with your communication and your choices. For others, it has to do with connections, like this could be someone that you're in a connection with. I would say romantic connection with the Lovers. But if this just resonates for you in particular, there's something here that this full moon is wanting to heal, especially when it comes to emotional blocks. When we've gone through certain kinds of rejection and then it kind of closes us, or emotional loss, shifts that have been very uncomfortable, where we felt like we've lost something emotionally. This can leave us feeling either drained or even just apathetic and not wanting to open ourselves up again. So I'm seeing that Source wants to open up hope for some of us. I also just heard stimulation, whatever that means. It might be like a mental thing, emotional stimulation. I'm seeing that some of you aren't very stimulated emotionally. Like, maybe you have everything else going for you, but in your emotional life, even if it's just friends or family or whatever, you might not be feeling. I just heard you might be feeling neglected, or you might be feeling like you're not really receiving what you need to fill your cup. But Source is wanting you to remain hopeful, because there is Ten of Pentacles, there is some new wealth coming through, and under that was Two of Cups. So if some of you are wanting like new connections and relationships, or refreshing in those areas of your life, I feel like this full moon can help with that. But y'all are gonna, or we are gonna have to communicate. Communication with the Lovers, that's the first card that came out. So the main thing here is finding that harmony between our so-called masculine and feminine, or the so-called light and shadow, whatever you want to call it. So some of us might be a bit imbalanced. I'm hearing like toxic positivity or being too negative. That can be like an example of that imbalance, if that or disharmony, if that helps for some to recognize within self. But yeah, this looks like a time for us to remain hopeful regardless of what we have gone through or what we are going through. For example, like some of you could have lost loved ones as well, and so like, yeah, it's like there's loss that's happened, so like the vision of future is a little bit, or some of you are feeling a bit withdrawn. But I feel like Source is actually wanting you to allow yourself to be seen with the Star. this card can indicate fame, and when I say fame, I just mean like, yeah, being seen, being well known in whatever area of your life that is. Yeah, I just heard some of you have been hiding in some way, so if that does resonate, to not do that. Just give yourself time to come out of your comfort zone. I'm seeing the longer you're hiding, the longer you keep yourself like, and this might not mean that you don't like see people, it might just mean that you don't let yourself like connect emotionally because of the stuff that you have gone through in the past. But you're being called to heal that, and the Lovers is a choice, so it's up to you whether you choose to take this opportunity that is coming through to heal emotionally, so you can have newness. This is financial stability. This is your ancestral legacy that you're carrying, what's been passed down from the previous generations to you. So there's a continuation, but I also feel like there's like a newness here as well, that some of you or some of us are being called to activate. And I'm really highlighted to this being that's like open palms receiving. So some of you are being called to just receive, open your, not literally, but open your palms up to receive from source rather than being closed off. With Four of Cups, I always get that this, because of the way that they're bent over, I always think of the back. So this might affect your back. Like, yeah, look at, it might be because of what you're carrying as well. See the Five of Cups. So some of you are still carrying stuff from the past, and even if you have kind of let the baggage go, it's still like you're still in that position. Like, it's like you can stand up now. So I don't know if or how that will resonate with some people, but there is a lot more intimacy with self and others to be discovered. Working through emotional blocks in this full moon to draw in a bit more healing. You know, healing is a process and it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not linear. Reminders there for us as well. So give yourself grace through the process. But I do feel like after this little spiel, or maybe this cycle, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, also, I did want to say, like, this keeps coming up in readings, like Aquarius season. There's something about Aquarius season, and I think that's January, Feb, or something like that. So I feel like collectively we should all be looking forward to new things opening up for us around that time. Maybe some of us might acquire a clearer vision for ourselves, for intimacy that we share with others, what we want in love and community, what we don't want to experience again, those kinds of things. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Okay, so I've just got these little affirmation cards that I've made. We're gonna pick the piles now. We'll do 3 groups, 3 affirmations. I would say just pick the one that you resonate with, which calls you. It might be the thing that you know you need, that you need to affirm of yourself. If you can't decide, you can use a number generator on Google. What is the affirmation for group number 1 this full moon? We have, I'm valued. Your ideas and words are extremely valuable. Your family, friends, and or lovers appreciate the things you say and the encouragement you give them. Don't forget to receive and encourage yourself too. So I'm valued is group number 1. Group number 2 is I am not afraid to love or be loved. Embrace your nurturing side. Listening to your emotions at this time will bring stability. Save your pennies. You're protected and encouraged to move away from fear. So that's group number 2. And group number 3, I embrace my independence. You are releasing any blocks or fears that stop you from venturing out on your own. Embrace your independent nature and instincts. Explore what the world has to offer through adventure. So group number 1, group number 2, Also, apologies, I'm super sniffly and got allergies today. And group number 3. So feel free to take some time to pick your group, and I will see you there. Okay, group number 1, I am valued. So for your affirmation is, I am valued. You're really being called, to value yourself and to remember how much people value you around you. So you might be someone right now that is experiencing not feeling as such, or you could be feeling a little bit neglected at this time. Even considering the collective message at the beginning, maybe you've been through stuff that makes you feel like you're not appreciated, or people haven't really shown you how much they appreciate you. I'm seeing that there are people that appreciate you, and there's also maybe a need to recognize how people show their appreciation, because sometimes how people show their appreciation is just different to, it's making me think of love languages a little bit. Like someone trying to give you what their love language is, but it's not yours. So I don't know if that resonates, but there might be a need for you to just appreciate sometimes when people are giving you love, that's not directly how you would receive it, but just to recognize it. But I also see that the people that, sorry if it's a little windy, the people that truly value you will learn what your love languages are, and that will also let you know who values you. People that don't won't really bother, and so those will be the people that you don't have to bother with either. I feel like, your ancestors and source are wanting you to learn sorry, I'm just laughing at the cat. Learn who appreciates you and learn who doesn't, and stick to those people, stick to those environments. Could even be in work or something. Excuse me. Close my phone and listen for me. I just wanted to, I'm gonna put these back, but we just got 3 of Cups and 7 of Wands. So you might be going through some challenges when it comes to your friendships as well, or those kinds of environments, like your friendship, community, circles, whatever. And it's going to require you some wisdom, and for you to actually make a choice. So some of you'll need to make a choice in regards to like who you keep around you and stuff like that. Guidance and affirmations you have for group number 1 in light of this incoming full moon. 7 of Cups reversed. What guidance and affirmations you have? I just heard too many options. Some of you have too many options. So 7 of Cups, the original tarot is like there's 7 cups, and some of them are the things that are in them. Some of them are like an illusion. Some of them are reality, you know what I mean? Or like like smoky, smoke and mirrors. I'm seeing that some of y'all need to release people that do not value you. Some of y'all could be like dating around or something, and that might not actually be what works for you at this time, or what your ancestors are calling you to do at this time. Because I heard too many options, or even just confusion with 7 of Cups. Some of y'all might be a little confused when it comes to like who your friends are, who your family is, and that kind of thing. I also can't stop coughing. So I feel like some of y'all need to speak up, and there might be like a really big like unblocking that's happening within your throat, your voice as well. So there might be things that you might need to say to those around you. Like if you're not feeling valued, maybe you need to say that. Like, hey, this doesn't make me feel very valued. if that makes sense. Yeah, and I also feel like this simple affirmation, I'm valued, will be clearing your own throat, if that makes sense. What other guidance affirmations you have for group number 1 under this full moon? Yeah, Knave of Swords, 2 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Empress, and 10 of Cups. So this group really needs to make a choice, and this choice is like tapping you into your own wisdom. So oh my gosh, sorry fam. Whatever it is that you may be feeling confused about, there is wisdom available to you, but some of you just need to decide and speak up and say what it is. Some of you'll need to decide what idea you're going with. And a lot of you need to speak your boundaries. And maybe that's why I had such an intense like clearing of my throat just then, or I take whatever's happening as a sign. Yeah, and it took me a while, like I had to pause the video to like really cough and stuff. So there might be a lot that you'll need to say. And that's okay. Some of you need to recognize what your boundaries are, but that's going to be attached to your worth. If you don't know that you're valued, you're not going to know, you're going to let anyone come in and take from you or do whatever they want. Do you know what I mean? Like, not saying that you're doing that, but when you don't value yourself, your boundaries aren't in the right place. And so I feel like right now Source is really wanting you to work on healing your sense of self-worth. The Empress is someone, look, she's just sitting. She's got all her tools. She's confident, she's creative. And people are coming to her. She's receiving rather than giving out all the time. So maybe some of you'll give out of yourself too much and need to put like, okay, I want to show you what this looks like to me. There's the Empress here, which is you knowing your worth. There's this gate, the boundaries, the 4, and then behind you is the 10 of Cups. So not everyone has access to this 10 of Cups, which is this community, this wellspring of love and emotion and healing that comes from your being. Family, your family, whatever this, I'm just giving examples. And not everyone has access to 10 of Cups. Can also be like, because when you're going through your healing, you're healing your womb and everything like that, or like your energetic womb, your nervous system and all of that. So not everyone is supposed to have access to that, and there does seem to be a little bit of confusion who's let through the gate. I also see it's okay if you don't let people in and they're annoyed at that. That doesn't matter if you know that their boundaries are, I want to say their boundaries are not for you. So it's also really important for this group to recognize what other people's boundaries are, and to respect them, but to also see, I said boundaries, but I want to say values, what other people's values are, and if that actually suits you to bring them into your world in the way in which they can appreciate who you are. 9 of Wands was at the base, is at the base of the deck. So I was kind of thinking of like, this might be a bit of challenge or a bit of work for you, and this 9 of Wands in particular is not very pleasant, you know, but you've probably already been experiencing that, and that might be coming through. This could affect your finances or could just affect how you feel. Some of you could definitely be feeling like you're lacking something, and like physically, like again, like people or like friends or family. And even though some things from your past are a challenge to move on from, I'm seeing that it's important for you to move on from them. So you can like really step and gain independence, or like a new independence. I'm also seeing it's better for you to move on from conflict. So for example, if you're having some arguments with someone, this is an example, I'm seeing that the best solution might be to like leave that and move on from that, release it. If it's a work environment, I am seeing like that you feel like you're not valued, and I'm seeing that maybe going independent might be an easier option for you, or taking action towards that. Yeah, but focusing on your independence and your connection to nature, like, and when I say your connection to nature, I don't just mean like going and like smelling a flower. I mean like you as the being that you are, being a part of everything, being a part of nature, and remembering that, and remembering your place and your purpose within the grand scheme of things. I hope that that makes sense. That's what's going to bring you clarity and comfort at the end of the day. And it's really important for you all to be compassionate with yourself. Also how you speak, like speaking for this pile is, yeah, your voice, how you use it, your thoughts, yeah, is really important, and something that you'll need to focus on healing, I'm seeing. And again, this isn't to take away from or discredit any healing that you have already done. I just see like there needs to be more. And that might be like needing to be a bit more compassionate with yourself, nurturing. Yeah. So when you're talking to yourself, think of it as I'm nurturing myself, I'm nourishing myself as I speak. So if I'm saying shitty things about myself, like, fuck, no one likes me, I'm so annoying, I don't know. That's what you're feeding yourself with. If you're thinking of yourself as nature, for example, you plant a plant, you nurture it, whatever you feed it, that's what's going to nourish it to grow or die, essentially, or become sick, right? So, yeah, just remembering yourself like you are a human being, you are a being, you are pretty much a plant, fam. Like, we're not plants, but we pretty much are. 5 of Cups also came out. So, again, loss that you have gone through emotionally that has equated to you feeling lack in your friendships and your connections. This can be connections that you've even had for a while, like I'd say 6 months or more. That needs to be released, and you'll need to have a bit more discernment. Some of you will need to, again, speak up, like Queen of Swords. This is someone that's quite blunt. Some of you might fear being straight up and just being like, no, I don't like that. Queen of Swords is like cut the bullshit kind of energy. I think I was gonna say Gemini, but I guess Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And I want to say that some of these things are like just in your head, like if the restrictive thoughts with Eight of Swords, sorry, that kind of stop you from collaborating, because I feel like Source is wanting you to collaborate, work in teams. But if you're kind of still going off the old narratives or still holding yourself back based off of how people have treated you in the past, you're not going to experience the vision that you want, the healing that you want, the community that you want. Yeah, especially if you don't have boundaries or know what your boundaries are. So that's your responsibility to identify them and use your intuition, your discernment. That we all have intuition and discernment. I'm not the only one that has it. If you feel like it's not strong, then it's your responsibility to strengthen it. Does that make sense? But Source really wants you to have faith and hope in yourself and in your vision, your intuition. And trust that. So I will leave that there for your group number 1. Guess your affirmation. as we said, is I'm valued. If that resonates with you, please give us a like and a share. If you want a personal reading, everything is all in the description. Thank you so much for watching this reading, and I will see you in the next. Kia ora, group number 2. I am not afraid to love or be loved. That's your affirmation for this full moon. So yeah, that's quite straight up. Some of you will need to be a bit more open to receiving. I just had gifts, so maybe me, my Leo ass, getting excited for gifts. I'm like, ooh, yeah. So some of you people might offer you things, but you might not take them, and there might not be like physical things. It could just be like expression of emotion and stuff. But I'm seeing your ancestors encouraging you to like receive more. Obviously, if something's not for you, don't take it. But if you want to take something that someone's just trying to give you, or yeah, be more open to it, even if it's like someone asking to spend time with you, or giving you a compliment. You know, some people can be awkward when compliments are given, so that might be something you can challenge yourself with. Ace of Cups just fell out, or like I was just shuffling and it just flipped out and turned reversed. So again, the receiving, like because we have all the cups, but this was down. So how's anyone supposed to give to you if your cup is down? Like I literally have my cup here with coconut water. If this was down, how will I fill it up? You know, even if you're like, yeah, I'll receive, but your cup's facing down and the person's pouring into the cup, nothing's gonna get in the cup. It's just gonna go everywhere else. So I feel like sources try to remind you, like, you can say, yeah, give to me, but if you're still like I don't know, not open to receive, you're not going to receive it. So whatever you need to do personally for yourself to be more open to love, however that comes through for you, is important, fam, because otherwise your cup is never going to be full. Yeah. And you also want to, I'm seeing source wants to encourage you this full moon to have some new experiences as well. So that could be like invitations somewhere. Yeah, the Hermit just fell out reverse. So you're, this full moon, you're being told not to spend any more time alone. Nah. If you all have been like isolating a bit too much, I'm seeing source wants you to come out of that, because this is Virgo energy, and reverse, so it's kind of just, it can even mean that you've lost your way a little bit, fam. So even if you are taking a break from something, I'm seeing that that break needs to finish. And I don't mean like if you're with someone and you're taking a break. I mean, it could if that's a confirmation for you. But I'm just seeing there needs to be action. Action needs to be taken now. Yeah, no more rejecting of offers, being open. Even just saying like an affirmation to be, I'm open to love. I am open to receiving love. You might resonate with group number 1 as well. Like, I felt like those two groups were connected. So if you felt drawn to both, feel free to listen. Because you not receiving or giving love or struggling might be attached to the you not valuing yourself, which was the first group, I'm valued. Okay. Now the world. Sorry if I'm sniffly, fam. I have allergies. I think I said that. Guidance and affirmation. Knave of Chalices, 10 of Swords. There are definitely some changes that you'll need to make. I feel like some of you have not closed out certain cycles because the world came out and then it flipped reversed. So whatever cycles that you'll need to like release, yeah, there's some things that just need to end, and they're definitely connected with the past, but it's definitely stopping you all from maybe having fresh expression. So some of you might be creatively blocked as well, with Ace of Cups reversed. Like that can mean like you're feeling a bit empty or not feeling very inspired as well. There might be a need to receive, and this isn't even like, this is beyond romance or whatever, fam. Like there might be a need to receive other people's expression. So for example, if you're someone that enjoys art, like going out and looking at art a little bit more to get some fresh inspiration. Yeah, I also feel like Source wants to remind, because that's what the world is about. Like that's what that is what being here is about, is to receive and give and to exchange love, you know, as human beings. Definitely some of you might be carrying something still from your childhood. If you have children, there might, this isn't for everyone, but there might be something that affects your children that you have not healed yet. So just be mindful of that, I guess, as best as you can. Guidance and affirmation. Yeah, but I guess right now you're being encouraged to express yourself, to try new things when it comes to like your heart, love, your creative expression, because you might still be looking out of past, like, you know, you've gone through something in the past and that's the only thing you can kind of see. And I'm seeing that Source is like, there's so much more to be discovered. There's so many worlds like that you can be a part of. We have Nine of Swords, the Devil, and Temperance. So some of you are healing worry or anxiety or those kinds of tendencies that you might get into. I just heard that might make you feel like you're backtracking, or might make you feel like you haven't healed, or you're experiencing the same thing, you know. Like for example, when you've gone through something again in your past and it's within your nervous system, and then you get triggered and thinking that the same thing is happening again, when it actually isn't. It's just your body giving you a warning sign, because it feels like it's going through the same thing. So that might be something that happens to you quite frequently. But I'm seeing, yeah, that's something that you need to heal, or that is healing, and something that you also just need to be patient with yourself. With the Temperance, this is like, I'm hearing like still figuring it out. So there might still be some things that you're figuring out. And I see some of you are scared or afraid to enter into toxic connections or relationships or contracts as well. And I feel like Source is saying like, we don't blame you for not wanting to experience the same things that you have experienced before, but you also have to trust in your healing, and that you are figuring it out, that you came into this life to figure it out as well. So patience, trust, stillness, and meditation. It looks like it's really important if you have anxiety, which I highly recommend. I experience anxiety as well, so having that in your practice is really beneficial. Like, and stillness doesn't mean you have to like sit there, close your eyes, and try and remove all the thoughts from your mind. It could be, if that works for you. But it could just be like going for a walk, or like having a stretch, or listening to some music or something, you know. I don't know, I think about stillness a lot, and I feel like there's still movement, or there's still life within stillness, you know. There's still breath within stillness. So yeah. Guidance and affirmation to have for group number 2 when it comes to this full moon. 4 of Swords, 10 of Wands. A lot here to do with structure. So your structure moving forward is really important. And boundaries, this also came up in the last group, well, this card. So boundaries is important for you all as well. What are your boundaries? But I'm seeing it more in terms of, yeah, your structure. Like, this could be to do with your home, your work, your material, physical world. So identifying what those are to help you construct and build. Even if those things are challenging, there's still things that you can do. I just also heard some of you might need some help. So if you need help, ask for it if you can. So there's some of these structures might have to do again, not again, this was in the pile before, sorry, your independence. Some of you might find boundaries difficult because you don't like being alone. Your guidance and affirmation. Yeah, but even if it is challenging, fam, set those boundaries because it'll be beneficial for you. Knave of Pentacles. Yep. Source just wants you all to move slowly, take it one step at a time, day by day, and not to be too hard on yourself. If you are like entering new connections and friendships, relationship, whatever, take it slow. That's really going to help. And being patient with yourself as well. Old things are still going to come up, but I think that just remembering that you are in fresh waters, reminding yourself, I'm not afraid to love or be loved, as you're continuously going through the seasons and the cycles and everything, looks like it's important. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, there's Queen of Wands at the base of the deck. This is getting into your feminine energy when it comes to your creativity and your passion. So really nurturing yourself, what makes you feel sexy, what makes you feel attractive, what makes you feel confident, and spending time doing that. And I feel like this is like not rushing it as well with Knave of Pentacles and Temperance. It's very slow and it's also very intimate. And I do feel like it's kind of sexy. Like, I feel like maybe other people will find this energy attractive when you're focusing a lot more on yourself and that wealth within you and healing. And you might not notice it, but that will be what draws in, if it is genuine connection that you're looking for. Yeah. Okay, fam, I'll leave that there for you all. If you resonate with another pile, feel free to go and check that out. If you want a reading, if you want to gift us a tip, that's all in the description. Please like and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, group number 3, I embrace my independence. Yeah, so I feel like you all are being called to just like have fun. I feel like exploring and creating, connecting to yourself, connecting to nature, and connecting to others. But I don't know, I just saw like someone moving within different communities or moving within different groups. So you might be someone that is also kind of seen as independent, or very independent, because you're able to move within different spaces. But I feel like that's how you're meant to be. I see that this group might get a little bit of judgment for just kind of being on their own, or like being on your own buzz a little bit. So don't feel bad about that and seen. I feel like you're meant to be quite independent people, maybe more independent than the average person. On somewhere for just had 2 of Pentacles fall out reversed. So something that you all are being called to release with this moon is any imbalances or lack of harmony within your physical world. This could be like home's going really well but work isn't going that well. What do you need to do to balance out your work life? Work's going really well but home is a little bit, what do I need to do to balance that out? Or you could be spending time with someone and not spending time or like, yeah, really focus on a relationship with one person, but not really focusing on the other relationships in your life. Or, you know, like two aspects, one's a bit getting more weight than the other. So that needs to be harmonized a little bit with this moon, fam, or it needs to be released. You might need to use your logical mind a little bit more and not stop, but just when you're rebalancing yourself, you might need to not make a decision from your emotional body, but make it from your logical, rational mind rather, because this looks like more of a physical thing. So it could even be like, say you have two jobs and one is like taking up most of your time, and the other is you want to give more to, but you're feeling like you can't. Some of you might need to let go of an attachment that you have. So you could be, these are just examples I'm giving just to help them resonate with your situation, but say you have like two jobs and one's just like getting in the way. You might need to release one and go on your own, go off on your own. So yeah, I hope that helps with the examples. Yeah, some of you will need to make a choice for sure. What guidance and affirmation do you have for group number 3 in light of this full moon coming? 6 of Swords. Some of you will be traveling, or some of you will be changing up your routine, or something within it will be changing, or you'll be moving on from an old way of doing things. So something that was working for you now before might not work for you now. 9 of Cups. Some of you will be, or are, you might like, it's interesting, this one says I embrace my independence, but I feel like you are independent. For the people that are watching this and feel like, yeah, I really do, I feel like this is just for you to affirm this more. And also I feel like within your independence there's like an emotional satisfaction that you will be able to achieve and feel, and a lot of people will be attracted to that. So just be mindful. I feel like you'll have a lot of options with like what to do, who to spend time with, who to date, whatever, you know. Or you might be someone that wants to do so many things, you know, which I can relate to. So this might be my pile. Yeah. You know, when it's like you feel like you want to try all these things in life, but you don't have that much time. So, yeah. And we had 7 of Cups at the base of the deck, which actually fell out onto the ground reverse. So any confusion that you have been experiencing when it comes to your options, when it comes to what's going to be like emotionally satisfying for you, I feel like you're going to have Ace of Swords, clarity. You're going to be figuring it out. And that might come at an emotional loss, emotional cost or sacrifice. So you might need to release something, especially if you're traveling. I'm seeing you're saying goodbye to people or someone just to like go into a new, which might be sad, just to go into a new wish fulfillment or emotional fulfillment, you know. Guidance and affirmations you have for group number 3 under this full moon. 4 of Swords. Some of you need to rest. I heard stress. Some of you might be getting headaches. Hydration is important. Protecting your peace is really important as well. Strength, Queen of Pentacles. Leo. And that's Taurus, but yeah. Some of you will need to prioritize your rest. and release like any people pleasing tendencies, because I feel like, which I don't feel like you are a people pleaser, but I see that a lot of people are going to be wanting your attention or like requiring your help. This could be with your work, could be in any way really. So you might need to really determine and just be really focused. Like Ace of Swords, that's like, you know what your goal is. It might just be one thing that you're like eyeing out and trying to like head towards. So don't let other people distract you. You might get a bit stressed at times because other people might be like pulling on your energy. I don't really see that that's anything you can help in terms of, you can't control others, but you can protect your own self. So if it is draining you, say no, you know, put your phone on mute, don't reply, like those kind of things that might be helpful for your, like, it's okay, like again, it's okay for you to be in your own energy. I embrace my independence. I embrace being able to move around in my own, explore the different parts of my being that fill my cup, and find rest within all of those things. So I see some of your sleep might be an important thing for you all as well. Queen of Pentacles, strength. So something that's really going to boost your confidence moving forward, and what the full moon wants to help you out with. So within this rest, you might be nurturing your body. I wanted to say your mind and your soul, but like this is physical, Queen of Pentacles. So your physical health, what you eat, even what you wear. Queen of Pentacles likes the finer things in life, and it's not just big luxuries, it's also the small luxuries of day to day. So you might be finding a lot more pleasure in those things moving forward, and that might be what you need to focus on moving forward, and that's what's going to make you feel good, and also strengthen your physical health in general. Like, so that's like exercise, like food, those kinds of things. Yeah, any lack that you might be feeling, it's important for you to be hopeful, which those cards have come out for everyone. And I think, like I said, there's something about Aquarius season. So if there's something that you're working towards, if you keep going towards it, I reckon it will come by then, which is, I think, January, Feb. Yeah, I feel like moving forward, you'll really be encouraged to, or will be really strong in yourself. Your body might be really strong as well. Yeah. Now, for somebody for numbers from formulation, is what guidance and information do you have? Full fruit. Number 3. King of Wands. So this is about leadership. This is about confidence. You're all being called to step into your so-called masculine energy, and embrace, like we're talking about embracing your independence, embrace the leadership, your potential or your power to lead yourself wherever you want to go, you know. I want to remind you all that you'll have free will. Like, you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. And you are an amazing leader with King of Wands. Like, you've led yourself before and you can do it again. So yeah, some of your Nine of Swords might get a bit anxious about that, but I also feel like you're the group that has a lot of big visions or big dreams, and I feel like not everyone can really understand that, but it's because you're the one that's carrying it. So the Hierophant. So yeah, again, I don't know if I said this, but your like ritual, your ritual is really important. So if you have that spiritual practice, that's important. Your physical ritual is important, like for your home, your body, your routine, is that what I want to say. Again, that might be changing because it looks like there might be some sort of conflict when it comes to your routine or something. This could be making you drained. It could be something that's hidden, so it might not be something that everyone knows about. Like on the surface, you all might look like you have everything together and organized, but there might be something that's actually conflicting with that, and draining you, that needs to change as well. I feel like it will be changing if this resonates with you. But you might have to try again. So you might be attempting to do something in a different way, within the same environment. I hope that makes sense. Also, this pile is really encouraged if you are into like your own spiritual tradition when it comes to your culture and cultural practice, to activate those things. The Hierophant also does talk about like sticking to what you know, right? So I'm seeing like there might be something changing within your routine, but I don't see you changing the whole thing. I hope that makes sense and is clear. What guidance and affirmations you have for this group to end this reading. Knave of Wands. I also wanted to point out the time was 1 2 3 4 on the recording. So for me, when I see 1 2 3 4, those are steps, like one step at a time. You're at the right place at the right time, and also you're gradually making the steps to get to where you want. Knave of Wands. With this full moon, you're really being activated to like explore your creativity, new ideas. There's kind of a harmony between King of Wands, which is someone that's like gone through a lot already when it comes to their creativity and passions and has kind of mastered it. And then there's the younger self as well. Some of you all might be mentoring people or helping people out with things that you already know, and that might be why a lot of people are wanting your attention or your help. This could be to do with in your creative field as well, with King of Wands and Knave of Wands, what you're passionate about. And that's why it's also really important for this group to embrace independence, because I feel like you're going to be showing the younger generation. It might be people like quite a lot younger than you, or if not in age and experience. So yeah, I feel like with I embrace my independence, this is important because you're going to be teaching other people that need the experience how to be independent. And this might be connected to tradition, routine, ritual, teaching, that kind of thing. Some sort of structure that is in place. So yeah, fam, I will leave that there for you. I hope that resonates. Please like and share if you want to book a reading or want to gift us a tip for our time. We would love that. Thank you so much if you do. All of that is in the description. If you felt drawn to another pile, feel free to pick that. And if not, happy full moon, and I will see you in the next reading.